Chai Wan is an old industrial neighborhood at the eastern end of the Hong Kong Island Metro line. Though no more than a 10 minutes drive from downtown, it feels far removed from the usual Hong Kong circuit. It's not apparent at first glance, but inside its warehouse towers, a community of artists, designers, and retailers are quietly working away. They're drawn by an abundance of available space, normally unthinkable in Hong Kong, and the chance it affords to do something different. Playing a central role in Chai Wan's development in recent years has been Chaiwanese, the cafe and restaurant tucked away on the 13th floor of a nondescript industrial building. It's given the new crop of artists and expats here a place to congregate and have a decent coffee. The space is appealing, the food is high quality, and the coffee brewing serious.
At Chaiwanese, we've been fortunate enough to be something of an other. We're something of an alternative, both geographically and also in terms of space. I think the fact that we're hidden, it really creates something special. It creates a little bit of a secret. It creates something which is outside of what you would normally experience. And I feel like Hong Kong, both local people and expats, they're so saturated with choices in Sheungwan and these kind of main areas that there's something which feels more intimate and more personal about something which is other.
Most of Chai Wan's new studios, shops, and galleries are stacked on top of each other in true Hong Kong style, inside a handful of weather-beaten old buildings, carrying names like Chai Wan Industrial City Phase 1 and Phase 2. Here they coexist and even work together with a range of more industrial tenants, from printers to Chinese furniture distributors. Paula Sinistera and her husband Ignacio are emblematic of Chai Wan's new wave, a Colombian couple who design clothing and sell it under the brand name Tangram. They came here for the space, but increasingly benefit from the community that's formed here.
Sometimes I'm looking for something specific and then I'll ask somebody and then they'll connect it to the printer in the third floor or the supplier of something else in another floor in the other building. One person introduces it to another person and it becomes kind of like a natural network that widens as we need something.
Back in the Phase 1 building is Bondi Books, a rare book dealer that's typical of the kind of unexpected business one might come across in these otherwise near-identical corridors. Its founder likes being tucked away.
Customers and clients are enjoying the discovery aspect of finding these places. There's only one place to go in this town, and that's up, until you start sort of getting out there and into buildings. And that's what's sort of interesting about Chai Wan. If you were to come out here on a Saturday or a Sunday, on a street level it looks kind of quiet and like this, it just looks like a normal sort of little suburb.
Meanwhile, sister shops Undercover and Silly Thing are leading the charge on the ground level with 2 storefronts across from a scrap metal yard that look and feel like something between art installation and retail space. A few blocks away, the owner of AO Photo Bookstore occupies an entire building where he runs a commercial printing press that also publishes Hong Kong art books. The result is a blend of the old and new Chai Wan, an industrial operation that requires much space and infrastructure, and a bookstore for the growing group of potential customers here. Going one step further, he's also added a gallery.
I really want to create something, a gallery space or art space so that I can present our publishing artists' work in a proper space. But still, I keep asking myself, I have no more space in this area, in the building. So I've been thinking, and then I realized that I have one very interesting space available, which is our back staircase of the building.
Hidden several floors up in another industrial building, vintage furniture business Casa Capri's displays furniture alongside clothing from Tangram and art from nearby gallery Platform China.
The interesting thing is that we are actually making it, at the moment we are making it the place that we would like it to be by suggesting locations to friends of ours that we know have creative ideas or are going to open something special, have got a special project in mind. So we try to also bring in the people that we think are adding value to the area.
Chai Wan may be a center for heavy industry, but surprisingly that doesn't mean sacrificing quality of life. The mountains are easily accessible for hiking and panoramic views, and the sea is right on its doorstep. For those seeking a different kind of life in Hong Kong, the large interiors with high ceilings and big windows make ideal office and living spaces. Many have combined the two with impressive results.
There is a lot of investment in these spaces as people start to become more comfortable with the idea of using warehouse spaces for things other than straight business or straight office things. Not just about living, not just about retail, but just different types of approaches to lifestyle. And I love the fact that there is community, because in Hong Kong it's so dense that I think you can get lost among the people. Whereas here, the familiar faces that you do see around, you feel a kinship.
For Monocle, in Hong Kong, I'm Gabriel Lee.